Well, everyone, or whoever happens to drop by at some point in the future, been away a while, but I want to pop in here. Randy, aka Jedi One to some. Some of y'all may have seen this picture before. Doesn't really matter. Is that we have talked, I've talked for the last year and a half, 2 years, and even longer, some folks, is that we create what we think about. And they realize that. And there is a they, and if you hadn't figured that out yet, way too far down the road. And they understand that because it's just how to manipulate and guide human beings through emotion, pride, greed, fear, anger, and this is what we're thinking about. And my question to you is, we thought about all of these things that have been thrown at us, from political scandals to cyanide in babies in Syria, whatever. I mean, beheadings going on everywhere, and we are thinking about that. So I pose this question to you, and I've always said that, believe it or not, the only way out of this whole thing is going to be through the sheer power of prayer, focused thought, meditation, understanding, realizing that you can create the world that you are thinking about. Because look what good we're doing right now. We're creating exactly what they want us to think about. And what we think about, we create. We're creating the problem that we're headed for. And I pose this question to you because this is the way out. What do you see on that picture? Do you see a bright new day rising and people joining in, understanding that we can create our own reality of our choosing? Or do you see a picture of Armageddon? They just lit up LA. Which do you see? Majority rules. And to kind of give you an idea of what a lot of people think about, this is from Republic Broadcasting going on right now. Listen up.
In Arizona. Um, the doctors all over the place are very angry about what is going on in patients, that nothing is really being done correctly, medically, and I don't know what we can do. They want to know what else you could do, Dave. But I mean, you have your shows, your articles, you're a guest on so many shows already. Channel 12 in Phoenix. They should have run with it, but they called you, what was it, a rumor monger?
Yeah, the local patient paper called me a rumor monger. I didn't rumor monger thing. I took I didn't even go off so much the email I was sent by Mr. Mann's neighbors from, that's the person up in Payson. I went off what more was on his website.
Well, you can see what they're chatting about there on Republic Broadcasting. Remember, we create what we're thinking about. And let's see what they got going on over at Truth Frequency Radio.
Is kind of like the sore thumb that sticks out in China, because Hong Kong is one of the most free market capitalist service economies in the world. Hong Kong is one of those countries in the middle of a communist garbage pile that said, we're going to sprout up like a rose and we don't care about what's around us. And Hong Kong has basically, they have their flaws and they have their downsides, but they have a very thriving free market. They don't really care about intellectual property laws. They don't really care about regulations. They're one of the most deregulated markets in the world right now, and they are just a huge booming industrial area. According to an article on Wiki, it says, as Hong Kong ranks the third most important leading international financial center after London and New York City, Hong Kong has a major capitalist service economy categorized or characterized by low taxation and free trade. And the currency, the Hong Kong dollar, is the 8th most traded currency in the world. China is communist, but Hong Kong really is very defiant to the Chinese communist rule. And
You can see what they're chatting about there, and it is my firm, very firm belief that we create what we're thinking about. Literally. A lot of us been searching hard for things. A lot of us got bit, but do we quit? Because there's a lot of people that would like to be thinking about that beautiful sunrise for a new day and having the storm passing over, rather than having headlights headed in to LA. It's a sobering thought. Jedi 1. Randy, we down.